Hello. This is my first YouTube video ever, but enough of that. You're here for what you came for. So, my name is Romy George, Private George, and I am a United States Marine as of September 22nd, 2017. I am on boot leave right now. 10 days of freedom after graduating from Parris Island. So, I used to watch these videos, informational videos about boot camp before I left. So I wanted to give as much information to those females or males, mostly females though, but give information to those people who are lost as I was and wanted to figure out what to expect and to get sort of an inside look because I have all the deets, my friends. Anyway, so you believe me that I'm a Marine. Here is my cover. I could probably order one on Amazon, but please believe me. Here is my EGA that I earned. Fuck yeah, bitch. Anyway, I'm going to go over boot camp, Parris Island, South Carolina. Primarily for females, because I was not in a male platoon, believe it or not. Anyway, so phase 1, the hardest phase, if you have not heard that already. So receiving week is trash. It's ultimate trash. And you get there, they're yelling at you. I got there first and I was like, this isn't that bad. But then that's when you get all your gear issued to you. Like your camis. Por ejemplo. Your camis. You'll get 2 of these 2 woodland sets. Woods. And you'll get 3 desert sets. Which they look exactly like this, but the print is tan and brown. More of a whitish color. That's what Marines wear in the field, are the desert camis. So you get those, you get your boots. Por ejemplo. These are the winter boots, which you do not wear. Tip number 1. You do not wear your winter boots literally the entire time you were there, except for inspections, because that's when you're getting inspected, and you wear your nice boots, which are your winter boots, with the ones that you don't wear. And you wear them for inspections and for Marine Week, when you're a Marine. So you have your nice boots on. And then, how you know the difference that these are your winter boots, because there are no holes. There are no holes. And, for example, these are your summer boots. You can tell the difference. These are the ones I trained in. These ones have summer boots. They got the holes. And you wear these for the crucible. You wear these for literally fucking everything. And they get ruined. They get dents. They get covered in sand. Like, I clean these. These are clean. So, you can see what I'm talking about there. So, yeah, these are your everyday boots. They get fucked up. So don't wear your winter boots because those are the ones you get inspected in and you want to look nice. It's more points if you get fucked up for that. So in boot camp, first phase is the hardest. You have your IST during receiving, or maybe during receiving. And that is the 1.5 mile run. Crunches, pull-ups. If you can't do pull-ups, you do push-ups. For the 1.5 mile run, you need to get under 15 minutes. For crunches, you need to, I think the minimum is like 60. And then, look that up. Then for push-ups, minimum is 15. Pull-ups, if you get one pull-up, you're good. You don't have to do push-ups. I could not do pull-ups. I was super slow running, like, especially, I was already a slow runner. Like, my IST run was usually um, around 13, 14 minutes. That's not good. And when I went to Parris Island, because I'm from California, the weather, I went during the summer to Parris Island, and the weather was humid, and it was like running through steam almost. That's what it felt like to me. So that slowed me down even more. So I barely passed the run. Like, I was on like 14:48, and failing is 15 minutes. So barely made it there. And for crunches, I was fine. Crunches are pretty easy. You just need to work on those. And then I couldn't do a pull-up, so I had to do push-ups. I literally did the minimum, like I did 15 push-ups, the minimum. And usually when I did push-ups at home by myself, I could go to like 45 push-ups. But then here, it's like, your IST, you're probably going to do worse than you ever did. Than when you do your IST at like your RS or something like that, because you just got to Parris Island, like, you're gonna be missing home, people are gonna be really rude to you, the weather's completely different, especially if you're from California and other places that aren't in the south, so you're not used to the humidity. So don't be discouraged if, like, you are not getting the scores that you used to get back at home. You just need to make sure that you pass. Like, it's true that if you don't pass the IST, like, you won't be a part of your platoon anymore. You'll get dropped. It wouldn't make much of a difference because, like, you'll just get to another platoon. You'll just get another platoon, you get another try to do the IST. But it's true that if you don't pass the IST the first time, you will get dropped to another platoon. That's what happened to, like, I was in 4035, and my sister platoon was 4034, and we each had, like, from each platoon, like, 3 girls didn't pass the IST, so they automatically got dropped, and they were sent to, like, the platoon, that was just a little bit behind us, and they got to do the IST again. So it's not that much of a big deal, but I can see how it can be depressing, because, like, you thought you were going to be with that platoon, and then you get pushed back. But yeah, the IST, it's hard because it's a new environment, new mindset. But don't get discouraged if you do worse. You just have to try and pass. Even if you get minimum of everything, like, just try and pass. Meeting, when you first get there, like, during receiving and stuff, you will have drill instructors, obviously. But they will not be, like, your official drill instructors. I thought they were going to be my official drill instructors, but they're just your receiving drill instructors. Like, you're just going to have them for receiving week. And then the end of receiving week, they get you ready for meeting your real drill instructors. Like, your kill hat, your drill hat, your senior. And that is so nerve-wracking. Like, they teach you how to act around them. Like, you have to be sitting completely silent, back straight, you can't say anything. And that's it. And then your real drill instructors come out. I was so scared. Like, they were so cool and so scary, my drill instructors. You're going to hate them. They go ape shit on you. Like, obviously, because, like, you're the babies, you're the new recruits, they're gonna go crazy on you. And, just make sure during that time that you remember that they're literally, like, almost trying to make you quit. They want to make you cry. They want to make you want to go home. Like, everything, it's all games. It's all games. Everything they do, every single thing they do has a purpose. They're not just doing it, like, just cause. Like, it has a purpose. Everything just adds up in the end, and you'll see that everything they ever did was to prepare you for something in the future. That's literally it. So you meet them, and things are pretty crazy for a while. What else? Let's see. You take a lot of classes during first phase. Like, a lot of classes. All the time, so many classes. And The hardest part is staying awake during the classes. Like, you do not get caught writing letters during classes. I did it once. I didn't get caught, but I got caught for doodling on a piece of paper during class. And everybody was doodling, but I got caught for it. And I got yelled at. Extremely, like, hardcore yelling. And I got IT'd. Getting IT'd in the beginning is like, you're just constantly trying to avoid it because you don't want it to happen. But honestly, just like stand back and look at it. And it's like, it's not that bad. Like, you're just getting a workout. And you'll notice that as the days pass by, getting IT'd is almost fun. In the beginning, it's really not going to seem like it. But, like, during third phase, like, I would sometimes, like, literally hop in the IT sessions. Because they're fun. Especially if it's, like, your favorite drill instructor doing it, and you're just like, let's fucking go. But anyway, like, you're gonna get IT regardless of what you do. There's no way you can avoid it. Like, you can get IT'd for trying to avoid IT, like being in the shadows or something. And they'll IT you for that. I lost count how many times I got IT'd. I got IT for, like, doodling on that paper. I got IT for what my rackmate did. The person who slept above me, because you sleep in bunk beds. Try and get the bottom bunk bed, because you don't have a ladder to get to the top one. So you literally have to, like, propel yourself up to get to the top. And it just makes it harder because you have to get in and out of bed really quickly. And if you're on the bottom, you can just roll off. And if you're on the top, there's no barriers on the side either. So you could just flop over in the night and just hit your head on the concrete and die. I would have done that if that was on the top. But, so yeah, try and get the bottom bed. I was smart, I did that. Try and get the bottom bed, what else? Okay, you're gonna get a lot of classes, and a lot of the time you are just, like, waiting around screaming ditties, which is, like, you know, it's knowledge, really. Like, they'll be like, birthday to the Marine Corps, and you'll be like, man, birthday to the Marine Corps is 10 November 1775, and it's literally, that's a ditty. Like, it's just, they'll give you a fact and an answer, and then they ask you, like, the question or the statement or whatever, and you have to reply back, you have to scream back the answer, and you'll literally just be doing that for hours on end. Hours on end you'll be doing that. Like, one time we were doing it, waiting for a class to start in the classroom, standing for hours, just screaming ditties, and I, like, almost burst out. Like, you was just, like, it gets to your head. You're just like, fuck this. And, like, you can just see people just start to, like, fucking tear up. Because it's, like, it gets to be a lot sometimes. But, what else? Okay. You have, yeah, a lot of classes. Let's see. You go on what is it? A 5-kilometer hike? Yes. You go on a 5-kilometer hike, which is 3.2 miles or something like that. And literally, this was, like, such a hard hike for me. Like, it's literally just I was in Oscar Company, and Oscar Company is the hardest. I'm not just saying that because, like, pride or something. Like, we had, like, drops from November and Papa come into our Oscar Company, and they would be like, Oscar Company is fucking wild. Like, our drill instructors just pushed us the hardest, more than any other company. And during the 5-kilometer hike, which is 3 miles, you take the LV pack. It's the lightest it's going to be. The pack is going to be light. It might feel a little heavy because this is, like, the first time you're doing it, but it's the lightest it's going to be on that 5-kilometer hike. And you do that hike, and it's fucking hard, like, because you're almost running the entire time, especially if you're short. Like, I'm tall, and I had to run a few times, and I feel bad for the short people because they were, like, constantly running, so I'm sorry if you're short. But yeah, so you're doing that, and you're literally screaming ditties the entire time. The entire time, you're screaming ditties. But honestly, like, scream the ditties, because they get your mind off the pain of what you're doing. They helped me. Anyway. So you just scream the ditties, and the more people that are screaming the ditties, God, I cannot stress this enough. The more people that are screaming the ditties, the less, like, pain you're gonna be. Like, you're still gonna be in pain, but there's less pain. This goes for anywhere. Like, the more people that are screaming, the louder you are, the happier your drill instructors are gonna be with you. Like, if you're not sounding off, which is if you're not screaming, like, you're just gonna get fucked even more than you already were. So I'm telling you that now. And people are gonna be telling you that your entire time, no matter what I say. Like, people are gonna be yelling at you to sound off, your fellow sisters in your platoon, your drill instructors, everybody. Constantly just telling each other to be louder. So be loud. Be like me. Like, on training day 5, I lost my voice. Because I was literally, like, the loudest person in my platoon. I was really fucking loud. And I lost my voice, and my platoon got fucked up a lot more because the people who were screaming the loudest, they lost their voice, so it was just the quiet people left. And then you just get fucked up for that. You have to be loud. You have to be loud. Okay, you also do bugle stick fighting. Which is, getting the little foam stick and getting the foam stick and the helmet, if you've seen videos. And then you fight against your sister platoon. You're literally going to hate your sister platoon. Like, I hated 4034. Because they had the series guide on. We were just fighting for that series guide on, like, literally the entire time. We never got it. But they had it the whole time, and my senior drill instructor never let us forget that. So, yeah. But you're gonna fight against them, and it goes by weight. So you fight against whoever's closest to your weight on the other side, and bruh, I got knocked on my ass. Like, I was so fucking bad at bugle fighting. I thought I was gonna be good, and then I went against this crazy tough girl on the other side, and she beat my ass. So yeah, she did that. But during the Crucible, which is the last time you're going to be bugle fighting and body sparring, which is like it's like boxing. Like, you get the little gloves, you get the helmet, and you box. And we did that, and I finally won. So don't be discouraged if you lose in the beginning, because you'll get other chances to beat their ass. What else? Swim week. If you don't know how to swim right now, and you have, like, even if you're leaving for boot camp tomorrow, like, literally go to the pool right now if you don't know how to swim, and, like, teach yourself at least the basics of, like, how to float and how to get to one side of the pool to the other without touching the ground. Okay? Because swim week is literally, for me, it was swim day, because I know how to swim, and you pass all the little requirements. Like, literally, it's like, it was so fucking easy. Like, you jump off this diving board. They make it seem like the diving board is going to be as tall as the Empire State Building, and it's so small. But it's still going to be scary because you're, like, jumping off a diving board. But, like, it's a short distance. And then, so you're doing that. And you have to float. That's one requirement. Another one is getting from one side of the pool to the other without touching the ground. And the hardest part about that is that you're wearing your camis and your boots when you're doing that, so it's like, fuck, I'm heavy. But, like, just keep swimming and get to the other side and don't touch the ground with your feet. It's really easy. And then you, like, do a lot of floating exercises, like floating with the LB pack, which is a big-ass pack you hike with. And then that's already a flotation device, so you just hold on to that, kick your feet, and then fucking glide. Okay? So we had one girl get dropped because of swim week, because she could not pass swim week and because she couldn't swim. So please don't get dropped for something as stupid as that, when swimming is, like, super easy and you can just go out and teach yourself the basics right now. Okay? And it's literally a swim day. It's swim day. I don't know why they call it swim week. It's swim week for the people who don't know how to swim. But if you know how to swim, it's swim day. Okay. McMap. McMap is... It's easy. What's tiring is that you have to do the moves over and over again. And it can be hot outside, and then they're making you do that one move where you have to throw yourself on the ground 15 million times. And then that's the hard part. And then when you do your McMap qualification, you can get dropped if you fail McMap. But, like, you really have to fail. Because they're not trying to drop everybody. But you, like, really have to fail. Like, just pay attention in class. And they'll give you ditty sheets so you remember the moves. Like, study that. Like, when you have time, just go over the moves. And it's easy. And you'll pass. I thought I was going to fail. I'm here. I didn't. So, you're fine. PT, you PT, way more in first phase than you do in second and third phase. Like you barely PT in phase 2 and phase 3. Barely. It's just all in phase 1. So that, you use that PT to get yourself stronger because you don't want to, like, slowly get weaker during phase 2 and phase 3 because you're doing less physical things. So phase 1, whenever you have PT, put out. I mostly put out, but I wish I put out more because I still can't get a pull-up. Couldn't get one in the beginning, can't get one now. So fuck me, right? Like, if I tried more, I probably could. But anyway, yeah, put out as much as you can in PT. Your PT is going to be run by your chief drill instructor. And she's either going to be, like, probably, like, cool or, like, super scary. Or both. Mine was both. But mostly really scary. Like, when she got mad, she got fucking mad. Like, she... okay. But yeah. Put out during PT. What's next? Okay. Phase 1, like I said, you are going to want to die, and it's the hardest, and just remember that everything your drill instructors tell you is for a purpose. It's all a game. Like, really, you're just playing games constantly, but it's all for a purpose. They're just going to tell you all these things. Most of the time is a lie, and they're just doing it because it's phase 1 and everything has a purpose, like I said. So, don't take anything personal. That was my biggest problem. I took everything personally. It's not even like what the other girls said. It was like what my drill instructor said. Like, I took everything they said personal because I cared so much about what they think. I still sort of did even in phase 3, but like a little less. So, try not to take everything so personal. Okay. Also, the other girls in your platoon are going to piss you the fuck off. Like, I am a super nice person. Like, I don't give attitude. Like, if you tell me to do something and you're not, like, rude about it and it's for a reason to do it, then, like, I'll do it. I won't be like, no. Like, no, I wouldn't do that. But a lot of other girls are going to be like that. You watching this might be like that, too. If you have an attitude, like, literally chill the fuck out. Like, it's like the drill instructors are already yelling at you. You don't need your sisters beside you to be yelling at you too and putting you down when you already have drill instructors to do that for you. That was the biggest problem in my platoon, was our attitude, and we still couldn't even get rid of it. On training day 70, people still have attitude. So, just try and get that out of the way. There's always going to be attitude here and there, but try and be better than my platoon and fucking, you know, like, confront each other if you have problems with each other. Because there were just too many alpha dogs in my platoon. And even though we had a guide and squad leaders, there would be other girls trying to, like, have more authority than them. It's like, no, like, they are the authority. You need to listen to them. Listen to your guide and squad leaders. Like, when they say something, be like, I guide, or I squad leader. It's going to feel weird because they're your peers, and it's like, why should I have to listen to them? But do that, because your drill instructors are literally waiting for you to say that. They're waiting for you to respect them. Even this authority that, like, wouldn't feel like authority because they're literally you. They just have a title, you know? So, sound out to them, respect them. Don't have attitude. Okay? Probably not gonna listen, but I'm telling you now. So, anyway. When you transfer into phase 2, the last thing you'll do in phase 1 is your testing, don't be afraid about the testing, like the written testing, because it's so easy. Because, like I said, you're screaming the ditties all the time, which is the answers to the tests. So you memorize everything. Like, even if you went into boot camp not knowing anything at all, like, you will learn everything because of those ditties. Like, rank structures, like, random facts about the Marine Corps, literally everything you learn because of those ditties. So scream the ditties back, because they're not just telling you to scream it back just because they want you to die screaming. They're telling you, because that's how you memorize stuff. You scream it. Okay? So scream it back, and you will do fine. Like, literally, you're going to even take practice tests that are going to be exactly, like, they're going to be that test. They're going to be the test that you're going to take. Your final test is a practice test. And you take the practice test so many times over again. That literally, we took it so many times. Like, I started out getting, like, freaking, like, it's 100 questions. It's always 100 questions. I started out getting, like, 25 wrong. And then we took it so many times that I could take it, like, with my eyes closed. Like, I was getting 100% every single time. Even, like, the dumbest people in my platoon that started out getting, like, 70 wrong, they ended up getting like 1 or 2 wrong, or none at all. So don't be worried about that. What's scary is initial drill and inspections. You're going to have your senior drill instructor inspection during, I think that's phase 1. Yeah. Senior drill instructor inspection during phase 1. And you are in your... Are you in your camis? Yeah. You're in your camis. I think so. Yeah, you should be. And you have your rifle. Clean your rifle. Always clean your rifle. You'll get time to do that. They'll teach you how to clean your rifle and stuff. But they barely give you any time to prepare for the senior drill instructor inspection. You have to clean the entire house. You have to clean it all. And they don't give you enough time to do that, and they make it seem like it's your fault. It's not your fault. Like, they're purposely not giving you enough time to do it. Okay? Like, it's literally everything is on purpose. Like, they'll make it seem like everything is your fault. You didn't get enough time to do this, you didn't do that, because they purposely don't give you enough time. Because they don't want anything to look nice. Because they want to fuck you up. Like, that's literally... Nobody passes initial drill. No, not initial drill. Nobody passes your senior drill instructor inspection. No one passes it. It is not designed for you to pass. So do not get discouraged like so many girls in my platoon did when we didn't pass. Like, literally, our chief drill instructor is the one who inspected us, I was confused about that, but she's the one who did it. And, like, she's supposed to inspect every single person going down the line, but she literally only went to, like, the first three girls online, like, closest to the entrance, pretty much. And then she was like, I'm done. And then she fucking, like, flipped out on everybody. And then she took 4034 and 4035. We all went to the gym. And literally, it was a platoon IT. It was a series IT. A series is 4034 and 4035. That's the series, is us as a whole. And we were all getting IT'd. And you can't have your glasses or your portholes. They're called portholes. You get military ones. These are my civilian ones. But you can't have those on when you're getting IT'd. So, literally, I had mine off, and everything was a blur. Like, it was honestly, it was pretty funny. Like, people were crying and stuff, but I was low-key, like, I was cracking up. Like, everything was a blur. People were running around. I just see, like, blurs of green just fucking yelling this way and yelling that way. And they take, like, your guide on, which is... It's bigger than this, but you get a flag with a stick on it. It's what the guide carries. It's yellow at first. You get one that looks like this once you're third phase. You have to earn it. You earn everything. But, yeah, they throw that on the ground. They throw it in the trash can. You see recruits diving for it when they throw it. Like, your chief drill instructor's all up in your face, yelling at you. No one passes senior drill instructor inspection, okay? That's all you need to take out of it. They don't give you enough time to do anything. It is not designed for you to pass. So do not feel bad. So when they take you to the gym and everybody gets IT'd, like, fucking laugh about it in your head. Because if you get caught laughing, rest in peace, my friend. Okay. So, initial drill. You have initial drill, which is the end of first phase, and you have final drill, which is the day before the Crucible. So at the end, in phase 3. And they're, like, so nerve-wracking. Like, literally, it's so scary. Because, like, you have drill masters that are inspecting you. And it's just nerve-wracking. It's just, like, it's like going, like, if you did theater or something in school, it's like going to perform a play, and then in the crowd there are, like, really important people watching, inspecting everything that you do. So that's what initial drill is like, and your senior is going to be like, it's okay, have fun with it, you already know what you're doing, but it's like, then they're like, don't be nervous, but, like, you're going to be fucking nervous, because it's fucking scary, and that's okay. But just apply everything that you learned. You have ditties to help the platoon do everything at the same time, but you can't say the ditties out loud when you're being tested. So you have to scream it in your head, make sure you keep the same pace so that everybody else is screaming it with the same pace at the same time in their head so that everything is performed at the same time. That was our problem in my platoon. Like, for one particular movement, everybody was speeding up the ditty in their head, so everything just sounded fucking off. It got better as it went along, but it was so bad. So yeah, initial drill and final drill and inspections are going to be extremely scary, and you're going to be really nervous, but that's okay, it's super normal. Your written tests are really easy. Like I said, just give me the ditties, you already know the answers. You don't need to worry about that. What else? You're going to do another hike. So you do your 5K, which is 3 miles. Then you do the 8K, which is like, what is that? Fuck. Kilometers to miles is like, goes right over my head. That's probably 5 miles, 5-something miles is an 8K. And the hikes slowly get easier because, like, the first hike, which is 3-mile one, they want you to die. Like, even though it's 3 miles, they want you to die and be like, holy shit, that was the worst thing in my life. So don't feel bad if that happens. Don't fall out of the hikes, because if you fall out of more than 3 hikes, I think, you can get dropped. So getting dropped is like, it's not fun. I didn't get dropped, but, like, you can see that it's, like, devastating. Like, people were always, like, even if you're the best in your platoon, mentally and physically, like, you're still gonna get scared of being dropped, because your drill instructors make it seem like no matter what you do, like, if you do anything wrong, you'll get dropped, which is not true. It's just, you get dropped if you know you are consistently disrespectful, like, you fail to adapt to recruit training, like, you literally can't do it. If you fail the IST in the beginning, if you continuously fail, like, the PFT and the CFT and stuff like that, like, they'll give you a lot of tries, but if you do that. If you fail McMap, which is hard to do, but some people have done it, you can get dropped for that. Yeah, literally there's not a lot. Like, if you fall out of more than 3 hikes, that's pretty much all you can get. If you steal, don't steal people's shit. Literally, our guide, she was on, she was a drop. Like, she was on, while we were on training day 9, she was on training day 57. Like, literally, that's like 4 days away from the Crucible or something like that. And she got dropped back to our training day 9. All the way back. She got dropped because she was sealing cliff bars and threatening other recruits. So, but she wasn't just giving guide just for a reason. Like, she earned it. Like, she's great. Like, she's super confident. She really improved herself. But, yeah, don't do that. Don't steal. Okay? That was a prime example right there. She literally had to go through boot camp twice, essentially. Like, she was on the island for, like, almost 7 months when we graduated. So, don't do that. Don't steal. Another girl got dropped because she was stealing peanut butter packets from the chow hall. Don't steal. Okay. What else? Okay. So, phase 2. That's when everything is about your rifle. You go to the rifle range and you hike there. It is a 10K hike to the rifle range. I don't know how many miles that is, but the hike's pretty fucking hard. Because literally, the rifle range, for, like, the distance to get to the rifle range from, like, your house, 4th Battalion, which is where you stay as females, from 4th Battalion to the rifle range, it's literally, like, a 5-minute drive, and you could, like, walk or, like, jog there in, like, fucking, I don't even know, like 15 minutes. It's really not far away at all. But then for the hike, they take you in circles, so it's literally, you're hiking there for, like, almost 2.5 hours with your pack, doing hella miles, and you're literally just going in a big-ass circle to get there. So again, playing games. They're constantly playing games with your head. So you get there, and now you are in phase 2, and you are in grass week. Grass week is when you are what is called snapping in, which means you are practicing the positions that you do at the rifle range.